Happy Halloween! And if you don't celebrate Halloween, just happy Thursday.
Hello, 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 boys and ghouls.
Alright, so we have a special fantasy episode of Fantasy 5.
Fantasy 5, we're
Halloween
back in the
edition.
car. A lot of sun happening. Again, we've got to start
Midwest.
parking in a different direction, perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll start facing north next time. We'll go with north. So anyhow, welcome back. Huddy and Dad, we have been rocking and rolling. We just continue to hook you guys up with winners and great picks. So I hope you guys are listening. I hope you're doing well this season. Huddy, let's get it cracking.
I'm 5-3.
Hey, 5-3 is sweet. That's a
You're
great
6-2.
a great little start, man. Great little start. Hopefully we're going to have more treats than tricks for you today. We're going to go with your quarterback start of the week, Hud. Who do you got? Why do you like him?
I have Kirk Cousins. He's playing at home
Ooh, I always like
against
that.
the Cowboys, who have like the 27th ranked defense versus quarterbacks. I think, and also he has produced a lot. He did a lot last week.
What do you have, that 500-yard game
Oh, yeah.
a few weeks ago? So
That was like
what, 2 or 3 weeks ago? It was still pretty impressive. But
it wasn't. I was not happy because they played the Buccaneers and they beat them.
hey, man, the Buccaneers secondary is really, really bad. It is what it is,
thank you
Hud.
for letting me
It
know.
is what it is, man. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's the truth. I'm going to go with my start of the week quarterback, Josh Allen, against the Dolphins. He has played them 13 times, and in 12 of those 13 games, it's been a multi-touchdown game. Josh Allen just seems to own the Miami Dolphins. I like him as a
It's
start
true.
this
He
week.
should be the Miami Dolphins owner.
He might get partial ownership at some point, but yeah, I'm going with Josh Allen as your start of the week. If he's not in your lineup, I mean, who do you got? If you got somebody else that's better than that, go ahead
Lamar?
and go put him in. Josh Allen, start of the week. Hud, let's go for our Thursday Halloween edition of This or That. We really have a treat, if you will.
Yes, it is a Halloween treat for us to watch two elite running backs. So it's a this or that. You want Breece Hall or Joe Mixon? Dad, who you got?
All right, I'm going to go with Breece Hall. I love Joe Mixon. I love the volume he's getting. I love his resurgence this year. He's been awesome. Actually, he was great last year too, but I'm going with Breece Hall. Vegas has it really close for both of these guys to get a touchdown tonight, so honestly, I think they both score. Hall is at 115 while Mixon's at minus 135. That means there's really good odds for both of these guys to get into the end zone. I think that the Jets have a real good chance to make this a game tonight, and Breece Hall is going to be a big reason why. Over 100 total yards. I'm going with Breece Hall as my this or that pick on Thursday night, Hud. Who do you got?
Okay, I have Joe Mixon.
Smoking Joe.
Okay, so it honestly can't go bad because I have both of these guys on my fantasy team.
It's a win-win, Hud.
Yeah, so I have 4 guys tonight, but I have Joe Mixon because even though both of these guys put up a lot last week, Joe Mixon has been cooking, and also Breece Hall went quiet early after the touchdown, and Joe Mixon just continues to produce. Also, Joe Mixon playing against the Jets, who are right now, and
They've struggled a little bit.
also they just lost Stephon Diggs for the year. Nico Collins ain't back in. They're gonna run the ball.
Okay.
So
you like Houston,
that's why.
run heavy. So we're going to go from 2 great running backs to 2 not so great running backs this week. Who is our running back sit of the week? The guy we don't want to put in the lineup. Avoid him in your lineup at all cost. Who do you got, Hud?
Bucky Irving.
Bucky
now I
Irving.
know he's Buccaneer, but he is they're down top receivers, and they're going against the best run defense in the NFL.
Oh, man. That Chiefs defense against the run has been elite this year.
So I just think McMillan and Otten, maybe Palmer will get the ball. I think they'll still run the ball some.
Right.
But if they do, Rashad White's going to get the
Okay,
touches, I think.
you like
So,
Rashad White. I like him out of the backfield as a receiver too, but I'm going to go with my set of the week is going to be Javonte Williams, running back for the Broncos. I know a couple weeks ago he had that explosive game. That was the only touchdown game he's had all year long. He's playing against the Ravens. The Ravens have got to be a little bit miffed about the way things went last week. They had a chance to
They
win.
lost to Cleveland.
Historically, they've been this or that against Cleveland. It's not been just a slam dunk every time. At
Yeah,
Cleveland,
this is This is Fantasy 5, not we don't do basketball now.
I know,
a
but
touchdown.
but regardless of record, Cleveland at home can always be a challenge. I do think the Ravens get right, and I think they get right against Javonte Williams. I think he is sadly going to be a sit of the week. Javonte Williams, keep him on the bench. Let's switch over to the other side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball, Hud. Who is a hot defense that you would start this week?
The Saints defense. Okay, so they are going against the Panthers, who are trash. They are one of the worst. They are one of the least in they're one of the worst teams in like yards and touchdowns. Also Andy Dalton, I think, might still be hurt, or maybe Bryce Young got his job back. So
Oh shoot.
yeah. Oh. What are you doing?
Sorry, Hart. We're in the pickup line, guys. They
We're
had to
in
know.
a
They had to
elementary
know.
school
We're always in the pickup line, so that's fine. We're not gonna take away
That's
from
why we're
Hud.
always in the car.
Hud loves anybody playing against the Panthers, which I can't say he's wrong for that.
I also don't like the Saints or the Falcons.
Okay, I love it. So the Saints is his defensive start of the week. They're probably not owned by a lot of leagues, so go out and get them. I'm going to go with the Bengals at home against the Raiders. The Bengals are in a must-win. The Raiders are, just spinning out of control offensively. They can't get much going. The running game isn't happening.
They lost Devontae Adams.
The passing game isn't happening. They're shuffling quarterbacks in and out. Also, the Bengals are one of the biggest point spreads of the week this week at -7. So Vegas thinks that they're going to win the game and win it handily. So we're going to go with the Bengals. If you don't have them, you need a defense, go out and get the Bengals this week. Put them in your lineup. We're going to switch over to our Chiefs game this week. It's a special one.
Actually, it's the Buccaneers game. We're both going to be happy because we're playing each other.
Well, one of us is going to be happier at the end of the game.
Whenever the Buccaneers win.
Well, Hud,
I mean,
know.
the Chiefs are at Burrowhead, but I mean, like.
Oh, you got to stop that, man. Even the people in Cincinnati learned that was a terrible idea. I mean,
even the people. If you are watching this from Cincinnati, tell me that I'm right about Burrow owning the Chiefs.
If you are watching this from Cincinnati, Dixon's chili is better than Skyline chili, and the Chiefs are better than the Bengals, and you can take that to the bank.
Record-wise.
So we're going to go with record-wise.
All-time record-wise, the Bengals have a losing record all-time.
So virtually in every single metric, the Chiefs are better. So we're going to go Chiefs-Bucks. I'm going to go with Chiefs 27-17.
Nope.
I just don't think the Bucks can get on the board. Your fantasy stud of the game, Patrick Mahomes.
Ew!
He's going to go over 300.
Baker's better this year.
That's great and everything. We're going with Patrick Mahomes, over 300 yards passing, multiple touchdowns passing. He might be one of the top 5 fantasy quarterbacks this week. He's struggled a little bit this year for fantasy relevance, but he's winning games, and that's all that matters. He's doing it in the right way. Patrick Mahomes, your fantasy start of the week, going against the worst secondary in the NFL, 32nd in passing points allowed via DraftKings statistics. Hud, who do you got and why? And who is your fantasy stud of the game?
I got the Buccaneers. Okay. Calm down. The Buccaneers are going to win 27-21. I think Baker Mayfield's our stud of the game. He throws 3 touchdowns for 350 yards. And he's been cooking this week. Not this week, I'm sorry. This season. He's statistically better than Mahomes.
Right.
This year, but not record-wise. And the Buccaneers will come to 5-4, and the Chiefs will lose in a spooky loss and fall down to 7-1.
Okay, well, Hud has clearly started in on the Halloween candy early. It has warped his mind.
Listen to me. I don't eat any Halloween candy until I count my pieces.
All right, well, you better count your pieces, Buccaneers. It's going to be ugly this week.
You better count your pieces, Chiefs. You're going to lose another receiver, hopefully.
Maybe they can bring a couple of masks and they can sneak out of the stadium unnoticed.
Maybe the Buccaneers can win and you can just accept that.
All right, well, agree to disagree. Dad and Huddy.
Signing out.
Later.
Bye.